America, the land where eagles soar, and the mountains cascade to the seas. From the rocky coast to the great Northwest, to the dark blue waters of the Atlantic Ocean, and all the states in between. Welcome, as American Builder Productions presents the American Builder television program.
Welcome to the wonderful city of Canton, Ohio. Located in the northeastern part of the state along the historic Lincoln Highway, Canton is just a short drive from Cleveland. With a variety of attractions ranging from the Pro Football Hall of Fame to the Cuyahoga Valley National Park, Canton is not only a nice area to visit, it's also a great place to live. Today, we'd like to introduce you to James Rudo and his team at Victory Gate Custom Homes. Whether you're making room for a growing family, downsizing, or relocating to the area, Victory Gate can help to make the transition as smooth and enjoyable as possible.
My name is James Rudo, and I am the president and owner of Victory Gate Custom Homes.
I say Miratech on both these, and then we'll build them. I mean, that's probably like 1 by 12.
I had a lot of family members that did framing, did masonry work, and I think I found my identity by the time I was age 7, where I always thought my name was Get It, and then I realized my name was James. So from there, just kind of learned by watching and just kind of fell in love with the process. Worked for several employers. I was a foreman, a construction manager, which I kind of operated a couple homes at a time and kind of oversaw those, learned the process of building, and then kind of got laid off, I think, by 2 or 3 different builders. By that time, I was like, I told my wife, I know I can do my own thing, and that was about 10 years ago, and we jumped both feet into it, and now today we're started out building 6 homes a year, and now today we're building around 40 homes a year. We build in 3 counties right now. We build in Stark County, Summit County, and Medina County. And anything basically within an hour radius of our office. So our office is located here in Canton, Ohio. So, you know, anything within, like I said, an hour drive, that's where we'll go. Standing out from other builders, I would say I am not scared. I enjoy the challenge. We build in every price range, which I love. We'll build a $150,000 house or $200,000 house up to $2.5 million has been our largest one. We've put in basketball courts. I've done softball, pitching lanes, outdoor kitchens, and in-ground pools, indoor pools. Our company is a company that doesn't say no. We can find a way to get it done, and that's what I enjoy doing. I like to try just to see if we can do it. Partnership-wise, it's just with my wife. I bounce all the ideas or anything that I'm concerned about off her. Behind every great man is a greater woman, and I just truly believe that. And she's a good sounding board for me. So she handles all the account management. She does that stuff for me, and during the day, I pretty much run and operate the business day to day. The team behind Victory Gate is obviously myself being the president. And then we have Jana Diamacone. She is our sales and office manager here at the office. So she handles the day-to-day sales. She brings probably the biggest personality of us all.
I could do a dance.
No, put those away.
I started with Victory Gate 2.5 years ago by responding to an ad in the paper that James was looking for an in-house salesperson. And at that time, my real estate license was put on hold due to the bad market. And I said, why not? And as we're getting busier and busier, he realized I had my real estate license, so we pulled the license out on hold. Now we do everything in-house.
And then you have Jeannie Moser. She does our design. She's on our design team, so she's a design manager.
Hey, Jeannie, here's your selections.
I ended up starting here at Victory Gate. It was kind of just by luck. I've been a designer for 15 years and a faux finisher, and I just feel like it kind of fell into my lap, and I was thrilled. I love it here. I love working with the clients. I love working with the staff. I just feel very fortunate.
She helps the clients select all their selections. She more or less is a personal assistant for clients, which they love because they have a chance to actually not really freak out about stone selections and colors of shingles and, oh my goodness, I have to pick out my paint color. That's her forte. That's what she loves to do. So she enjoys helping that client through that process, and she's almost like I would say a mediator between husband and wife sometimes.
I just love the process. I love helping people choose things. I like the start to finish. I like how happy they are when the job's done. There's so much, I can't even, but you just take nothing and turn it into something. So I think that's probably my favorite part of being a designer. It's just making people happy.
And then Kurt Oswald.
Yes, correct.
He is our estimator and runs a couple of our bigger projects for us when they are over, $1 million, $2 million homes. He's pretty much in charge of those with myself.
That's an overhang, right?
Yeah. Along with our in-house team that we have here, we do deal a lot with our subs and our vendors. The nice thing is when we're going through that whole selection process with clients is we work exclusively with, most of the time, sometimes even the owners of these vendors, because we enjoy that relationship. And we want our clients not to just talk to, I said a Bob, out in the field. I want them to talk to who has vested interest in them. Because not only when they walk in to pick, say, let's use countertops for an example, we deal with Chippewa Stone. Fantastic company, huge showroom. So our clients go up there, they get their handheld, which is what we do here. And sometimes Jeannie will even go up there with them to actually kind of help them through that process, to even deal with a Courtney or a Rada who's up there to actually kind of walk them through of, okay, here, here's what you can pick. This is what you can see. We have all these selections. Their showroom's clean. They keep a nice looking shop. They're prompt. They always email us. They update us constantly in the field, so that way we can better serve our client. We can let them know, hey, your granite's going to go in. Because on top of construction, we update our clients every Friday. Every Friday they get an update of what's happened to their home and what's going to happen. So nothing more exciting saying, hey, we got your tops in this week. It gives them a chance to go out there and actually look to see what happened, which is great. And even the following, hey, your tops are going to come out next Tuesday. Okay, now they can go out and actually see the granite and see actually, wow, this looks great. And Chippewa just does an amazing job for us. Another one of those vendors is Hosner Carpet and One, fantastic company. Again, we work with the owner, which is great. Mary Hosner is just a huge advocate for us, along with her salespeople that she has there. But it's cool, we even get our hand held a little bit as a company because we don't know all there is to know about flooring. What's nice is we can rely on a great company like that to where they'll hold our hand, estimate a plan for us, show us where carpet goes, where hardwood goes, where tile goes. We can assume those areas, which are pretty easy, but it's nice that they actually give us the numbers to use because clients want an allowance, but they don't want just a skimpy allowance. They want a healthy allowance to know that they're protected. So when they go and they pick a hardwood, they want to know that it's covered, not just, oh, well, you can't have that. And Hosner's is very good at just kind of giving that TLC that a client needs to be like, and Mary's very good, she has a great eye, and her and Jeannie work well together to where they can actually complement and complete each other by putting else, paint colors in with floor color in with a cabinet color, and it really kind of all goes together. Another subcontract that we love using is Wallace Drywall. What's cool is we deal with Eric Wallace. Again, another owner, which is key for us. He's a great guy, younger guy, but just not scared of trends, can do different textures. So if a client has a special texture that they want on a wall and they want a faux finish on top of that, Eric's usually the one out there kind of coming up with the ideas or showing them pictures because he does most of the drywall in our area. He can keep up with us. He's the only subcontractor that exists that actually can physically keep up with us because we don't have to go find another drywaller. Eric can handle as much as he can because he's got the team of people, his own team of people to do everything.
Don't go anywhere. American Builder will be right back. Welcome back to Canton, Ohio. Before the break, we met James Rudo and his team at Victory Gate Custom Homes. Now, James would like to take you on a walkthrough of a current construction project so you can see what goes into a Victory Gate home. After all, it's the extra things Victory Gate does for their clients that make them a truly unique company.
Welcome to a Victory Gate home. This home is approximately about 6,500 square feet. We're going to go inside, take a look at some ceiling details that we do different from everybody else, along with a layout that's a little bit kind of unique. along with just some overall framing techniques that we do that kind of sets us apart from everybody. One thing that we do here with Victory Gate is we do solid blocking. Anytime we have barrel bolt ceilings that we do or different types of ceilings, we're really focused on trying to get as much blocking as we can, because when we have enough lumber in there, we know that long term, 10, 15 years down the road, clients not going to experience nail pops, stuff that happens to drywall. Another thing here we do at Victory Gate is do very just general open floor plans. People really love that. And what we've been able to do is incorporate a kitchen into a dinette, say hearth room, and then kind of gradually goes into a great room. People love that whole open feeling. And sometimes people kind of throw something at us where, man, I really want a dining room still, or I just want a wine room, because it's something that they've always wanted. So even like here, you know, we've done ceiling detail. We've actually been able to incorporate a wine room kind of in the main area of the home, kind of between everything, and it still kind of keeps it part of everything. So it's almost like a glorified butler's pantry, but we do a lot of this unique design, and we just kind of tailor to what people want and go after it. You know, one thing here at Victory Gate that what I had mentioned is that we're not scared of anything. We're willing to take that challenge. And even the ceiling here in the dining room, it's called a groin bolt. Not a lot of people know what those are or have seen them, but they see them like on maybe Houzz.com or Pinterest. We're just not scared of them. We find a way to be able to do them, and we duplicate them out here in the field. And this client particularly wanted one in their dining room, and we did it. And the best thing to do is understand how they go together. Once you've solved that dilemma, then it's making sure everything will last long term. That's why we put extra framing in it, because we don't want any long-term nail pops. That's one thing that we do. Like I said, we're just not scared to try something. And the clients, that's what they believe in us, they trust us, they know at the end of the day they're going to get the product that they wanted and that they signed up for, and that is the name of the game. Our clients come to choose us or pick Victory Gate Custom Homes to be their builder through basically advertising, which might be way of website, through maybe a realtor's website, through our relationships with real estate companies in the area. We're key on relationships. So we try to kind of, I guess, massage those relationships, make sure everybody's happy. And obviously we get in turn repeat clients or referrals because we treat the clients properly.
My wife and I looked at quite a few builders before we chose Victory Gate because we wanted to get somebody that we could trust, somebody we felt comfortable with. And to be honest with you, the reputation throughout the community for Victory Gate Custom Homes was hands down. And we got to know James, got to meet James, and we knew right away that's exactly what we wanted to do.
After talking with James and Jonna, they put me at ease as far as the building process. And I felt confident that they would do a good job and wouldn't let me down, so I just decided to go with them.
We really did like the product. Every model home that we went to, we really enjoyed going through, but especially the design of the home that we ended up picking. We really enjoyed also the fact that James was willing to be a custom builder. Anything that we wanted, he would put into our home. We did have a few specialty items, and he did his best to put everything into it that we wanted.
Our clients are involved heavily in the process because we're a custom home builder. So any price range, we have that to deal with. Two, we design everything from scratch. So very rarely have we built something over and over again.
Throughout the process, my wife and I actually have been very involved. We've been working at it now for some time, putting together the plans, and then just seeing things come together and seeing it start to grow. It's hard to keep us away. We're excited about the dream becoming a reality. And I would say, you know, there probably isn't a day that doesn't go by where we're, you know, looking at it or following up on it. And that's really an awesome thing with Victory Gate Custom Home. You can ask them a question anytime, anywhere. They'll get back to you. You know, they don't blow you off or anything. I mean, they're there to serve you, which is tremendous.
First of all, we went over the plans with James. We tweaked the plans several times because we felt that certain things needed to be changed from the original plans for what I wanted. And then as far as the process of picking out the materials that I wanted, he had a design coordinator all the way from the windows to the outside structure as far as the siding and the brick. It was all a process that evolved in time, and it was fun. It was so exciting.
When I'm helping a client design the perfect home, I ask them to bring in photos or pillows or pieces of fabric, just so I can learn about them, bring me pictures of things that are in their homes, and I just kind of talk to them for a while to kind of figure out what makes them happy, and I show them pictures to see tell me what you like, tell me what you don't like, and it's pretty amazing how quickly you can figure out someone's design style, and that helps me immensely.
We probably meet with them probably off and on for a good 30 days, sometimes 2 weeks to 30 days, depending how picky they are, because our goal is to get it right, not just guess at it. We want things down on paper. We want the plan to be what they want. We want it to come to life for them because, again, they've walked maybe through something similar, but it's changed so much. We want them to be a process of it where it might make a closet bigger, or can we make the kitchen bigger? I don't want my kitchen to look like this. I want my sink at the window. So there's things that we change constantly, but we don't charge for that. We don't charge to move a wall because it's what we do every day. That's what sets us apart. We have a lot of different styles that we can build, but the fact that we can tailor to anybody's needs is satisfying.
We'll be right back with more American Builder. Welcome back. We're here in Canton, Ohio, getting to know the team and clients of Victory Gate Custom Homes. We've learned about the process and seen the product in various stages of development. Now, we'd like to hear more about what truly separates Victory Gate from their competitors.
The thing that sets us apart from anybody else as being unique is that we're a one-stop shop. We're able to take a buyer off the street that wants to build a home. We can sell their home for them. We can bring them in here to our selections area to where they can pick everything else that they want for their home. We can design a home from scratch. We can build it with all the same guys and deliver a great product. I definitely think us being centrally located here in Canton, Ohio puts us above everybody else with our own standalone office building. We have 2,000 square feet here to where people can come in anytime during the day. They can schedule appointments with any of us. They see us in the field. Sometimes I feel like we're just pretty much everywhere. But the fact that we're one-stop shop, we're centrally located, is huge. Not a lot of people can have this office as an asset to where, a lot of guys, they might work out of a model home out of a garage. Well, if I don't have a model home or if we've sold it, we have this. This is kind of our mecca.
I will be back into the office probably around 3 o'clock.
There's quite a few special things that the staff there at Victory Gate Custom Homes does for us, the client. I think for one thing they really are great at is making you feel like a part of their family. You feel like you're all together working on this project. You're not just, by yourself. I mean, you're with a team of people that slowly becomes your family. You trust, they're honest and sincere. And I think more than anything, that was the thing my wife and I were looking for. Somebody where we felt most comfortable with and somebody that we trusted. And with the staff, that's exactly what they all do. It's a great team to work with.
Our whole goal is we think about the people. We want them to have their dream home. I don't care if it's $180,000 or $1 million. We treat everybody with the same respect, same vendors, suppliers, because it's their dream home.
We use the same people all the time. So even the guys out in the field, they're the same guys because we trust them. They're good people. They're not just out there showing up with I always say the hammer and a pickup truck. They do this for a living, and they care. We run a management company, so the whole process and our team, we oversee the build to where we want people cleaning up after themselves. Unfortunately for my wife and everybody else here, I have OCD, so I like to make sure things are neat. And we have dumpsters on every site, we have porta-johns on every site. So the overall experience is a cleansing one, I guess, but our staff too, what they bring to the table is just that they, I guess the warm and fuzzies, like nothing was ever too big of a deal. If there was a problem, we solved it.
I put closing by May 13th. Because he has a few contingencies.
What are those?
What we have in-house to help clients out is that Victory Gate could purchase your existing home to free you up to get a construction loan. Because a lot of people can't get a construction loan until they sell their home. A lot of people don't want to move twice, so we had that option that we will purchase your home. You live there, then move into your new home, and then myself being a realtor, I could put the house on the market after the new home is done.
If a client was here right now, they would probably enjoy the fact that we're not uptight. You know, it's don't sweat the small stuff. You know, even when you're building somebody's dream home and something's out of whack, to them it is a big deal. You know, but our favorite saying in here is, "Man made it, man can fix it." Because at the end of the day, it's going to happen where they're going to get the end result. You deal with a lot of emotions sometimes when building a home, so I think they would say that it's emotional, not on our part, just on the building process, because they're not used to it. You know, and as a company, we take for granted that we do this every day. So, like when somebody builds a home for the first time, it's like this is the first time they've gone through it. For us, it's like our 1000th time we've gone through this. It's like, okay, it's just a light. And I've tried to teach our staff, it's not just a light, it's the light for them.
Did you get a copy of a couch she wanted that she bought for the family room upstairs?
Yes. I think sometimes when people build a house, they find it to be a very daunting, scary process. And just from what I've learned from being here, I think that we try to make it as easy as possible because it's such a big step in their lives, and as pleasurable as possible. And so I just think that that's why Victory Gate is such a quality business, is because they just really make it easier and make people happy at the end.
The one thing I would say about Victory Gate is that they make the process fun, make it easy, and even though there's some difficult times, what you get in the end is just a beautiful, beautiful product.
For a lot of people out there, you know, that you're looking or getting the idea, you know, to build a home, I think one thing you got to really look at is the relationship that you're going to have, you know, with your builder. For Marsha and I, when we got started, when we met James personally and his staff, there was a connection there, and we felt comfortable. We, you know, to be honest with you, we felt like we were part of the family, and working together with him has been nothing but a blessing. So I think more than anything, go with your gut, you know, go with your gut feeling. If you connect with somebody, go for it.
If I were to build another home again, I would surely go with Victory Gate. I felt very comfortable working with them. They're a great team, and I'm very happy with the results of what I got.
Favorite aspect of my job at Victory Gate, watching these clients go through the stage of like nervousness because they're signing the contract, going through the building process and like, oh my goodness, and they're stressed, but then seeing the end product and they're just like so happy with joy. And they got their dream home and it all worked out.
I would say the one thing that about building with Victory Gate is that they will build you exactly what you want.
You know, honesty is the best policy. We keep everything out front. That goes a long way. And people like knowing that. People like knowing that you know everything, you know, as far as how their jobs ran, but also people like the trust. You know, the trust and honesty is a huge, huge factor.
Honesty, integrity, and one-stop shopping convenience. These are the things that make Victory Gate Custom Homes Canton's premier construction service.